Hi, it's Mary, a traditional Chinese medicine tutor and an acupuncturist in Canada. Before we start, let me ask a question. Is the liver a yin or yang organ? Answer A, yin organ. Answer B, yang organ. Answer C, it depends on the reference. Yes, the correct answer is C. Depending on the point of reference, the liver can be a yang or yin organ. For example, compared to the full organ of the gallbladder, the liver is a yin organ. Compared to the heart and the lung, the liver is a yin organ. Compared to the spleen and the kidney, the liver is yang inside the yin. Inside the liver, there is the liver yin and the liver yang. Isn't it complicated? If you don't understand the reasoning behind this, please follow me.
The human body is the unity of opposites of yin and yang.
So human body, just like we say everything is the opposite of yin-yang, so human body has no exception. Human body is the unity of opposite yin and the yang. The idea is the same. Yang for the tranquility, for motion, and the yin for supporting the yang qi. And yang qi protects the yin qi, is the barrier of the yin qi. The yin qi mainly provides nutrition for the internal organs, and the yang qi here mainly provides nutrition for the limbs and the muscles. Defensive qi mainly surrounding on the superficial part of the body, and our limbs, the limbs, a lot of movement. So movement need yang qi, and hands and the legs, the four limbs moves a lot, so it needs yang qi because yang associated with the movement, and the trunk are more stable, more still than it's associated with yin qi. So in this sense, you can say the yin qi mainly provides nutrition for the internal organs, for the trunk, for the internal organs, and the yang qi mainly provides nourishment for the limbs and the muscles, because limbs and the muscles associated with a lot of movement. A healthy person has a balanced yin and yang. So the body, flesh, and the blood and the qi are in harmony. That's called a healthy person. The balance of yin and yang here refers to the normal function of the viscera and the meridians. The Zang organs has a balanced yin-yang. When you say Zang yin-yang, you're actually talking about the function and the physical organ. So the function and the physical organ are in harmony. The qi and the blood are in harmony. The body, the flesh, qi and the blood are in a harmonized condition. That's called a healthy person.
Body parts yin-yang.
We use yin-yang theory to attribute the tissue structures. When you learn anatomy, there's so many bones, muscles. They give different names on it. But in TCM, we just divide it into yin-yang. It makes sense in the sense when you categorize it into yin and yang, then the yin-yang theory will apply to it. Like yang medicine go to the yang part of the body, yin medicine go to the yin part of the body, and the yang has a problem, you use yin medicine, yin has a problem, you use yang medicine. Those theories can be used. So by abstract learning of the body parts, we can apply the yin-yang theory. So we say the upper part of the body pertains to yang, the lower part is the yin. Because upper, lower, think about this, upper, lower. The body surface belongs to yang, inner part belongs to the yin. The back pertains to yang, the front pertains to yin. That's the yang part. This is the chest part is the yin part. The lateral side of the four limbs, the lateral side, so-called left side, is where the sun can shine on those parts, belong to the yang, and the median side belong to the yin. So with this knowledge, when you learn the meridians, you will know the lines on the lateral side. Each person, no matter what the complexion, the inner part is lighter than the outer side. The medial side is the yin side, and the lateral side is the yang side. Use this to think about the yin-yang.
Zang organ yin-yang.
In terms of the Zang organs, we say yin-yang are comparatively speaking. No organ is totally say, oh, this is yang organ or this is yin organ. It's not like that. Compared to the Fu organ, Zang organ are the yin organ. The Fu organ are the yang organ. You think about the Fu organ, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, gallbladder, the urinary bladder. Those are the organs contains food. Our food goes in from the mouth to the stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and then goes down. So it contains food. It makes the transportation. You can imagine food in the Fu organ has to be in constant movement. If the food stayed there, no matter if food stayed in your stomach or the small intestine, has to move down. The urine has to move down. It's always in constant movement. So the Fu organ pertains to yang. On the other hand, the Zang organ pertains to yin. Zang organ is for storage, like the kidney is storage essence. It's more deeper. So Zang organ pertains to yin, is a yin organ. Compared to Fu, Zang is the yin organ, is the yin. Compared to Zang, Fu is the yang. Now, among the 5 Zang viscera, we cannot make a conclusion that all the Zang organs are the yin organs. Depending on the reference, when we talk about upper jaw, there's a lung and the heart. Lower than the diaphragm kind of like the earth, the surface of the earth. So underneath the diaphragm, there's a liver, spleen, and the kidney. So compared to the organs, the Zang organs lower than the diaphragm, heart and the lung are yang organ. The liver, spleen, and the kidney are yin organ. That's a relative speaking. Compared to Fu organ, all the Zang organs are yin organ. But compared to kidney, spleen, and the liver, the heart and the lung are yang organs. Liver, spleen, and the kidney are yin organ. However, when you just talk about the lung and the heart in the upper jaw, in between them, heart is the yang, the lung is the yin. In this way, you will say heart is the yang in the yang, and the lung is the yin in the yang. So you see the yin-yang are complex. It really depends on the reference. Among the liver, spleen, and the kidney, they all in the lower jaw. Among them, liver pertains to yang, so liver is the yang in the yin, and the spleen and the kidney, they usually belong to the yin in the yin. In each organ, it can be further divided into the yin and the yang aspect. For example, the heart, we say heart yin and heart yang, kidney yin and kidney yang, the spleen yin and the spleen yang. Depending on what kind of things you're talking about, it might mean different things. So for example, usually in the qi transformation, kidney yang qi is very key in the universe. The rain going down, but the water need to be evaporized by yang qi, so that the water, the liquid water, can become evaporize the water and become the cloud. From the cloud, it becomes the rain, right? So the going upward in nature is by the sun, but in our human body, it is rely on the kidney yang qi. With kidney yang qi, the water can be utilized again from the liquidized state into the vaporized water to be utilized again by our body. So depending on what we are talking about, the yin-yang, inside one viscera, there's a yin-yang. But if you make the circle, talk about the 5 Zang organs, there's a yin-yang. This is an important concept.
Hi, Mary. Is the stomach yin or yang? When compared to the gallbladder?
That is a good question. When we compare the yin-yang nature of two things or phenomena, the two things must be correlated. You cannot compare two random things. just like you cannot compare apples to oranges. That is why you compare the gallbladder with the liver and the stomach with the spleen.
Meridian and collateral yin-yang.
Meridians also has a yin-yang, so meridians goes this way. The longitudinally is the meridians. That's the yin because it's deeper. And the collaterals belong to yang. It's more superficial. And we know each meridians have a low connecting point. Branching from this, you see a lot of branches going to the superficial. This is the skin, collaterals. So sometimes you can see it like this one. Usually you're not going to see those veins, right? Those reddish or dark blue veins. Those veins, in traditional Chinese medicine, we call it blood collaterals. Usually it's the sign of blood stasis. When the internal part has been blocked, the blood will just have to go other way, so it showed up in the surface. By looking at the surface, you know deep inside, there's a blood stasis. The channels has been blocked. You need to do something. And even you talk about the collaterals. Collaterals has a yang collateral and the yin collateral as well. The more close to the superficial part, to the skin, are the yang collateral. The deeper, more close to the meridians are called the yin collaterals. Actually, yin-yang concepts are changing. There's no absolute yin or absolute yang, just depending on what kind of thing you're talking about. And in our hands, there's 3 yang meridians. Yang meridians on the hand would be the small intestine, large intestine, and the triple energizer channel go to the hand. And there's 3 yin channels go inside of or mid inside of the hands, which are the lung, pericardium, and heart channels. Say, the legs. So from here, there's a stomach channel, it's a yang channel. The side is a gallbladder channel. And the back is the urinary bladder channel. You see they're almost on the lateral side, that's the yang channel. And the inside, we will see liver channel, kidney channel, and the spleen channels go from the inside. So that's the yin-yang. The yang channels connect with fu, with our fu. And the yin channels connects with our zang. So you see the yin-yang. The yin-yang idea connects our body into an integrated one. When you say yin-yang, they share the same characters, which are, always remember this one. You need to know what's yin and yang. Yang associated with heat, movement, going upward. And yin associated with cold, quiet, static, and downward movement. So that's the yin-yang. By understanding this, many things can be easily understood. Meridians, you look at it so difficult, they all categorize yin and yang. By yin-yang, you already know those collaterals, because yin-yang, they share the same thing. If they belong to yang channels, they will be associated with the characters of the yang.
Qi and blood yin-yang.
Talking about the qi and the blood, sometimes we just use qi to say it's a yang qi. Blood, we say it's a yin blood, because the blood associated with yin and the qi associated with yang. That's the one way of looking at it. Blood is yin and qi is the yang. Even inside the qi can be divided into nutritive qi or defensive qi, depending on the situation. Inside the vessel is called the nutritive qi. Outside the vessel called the defensive qi. So here, for qi, you use yin-yang to differentiate them. Generally speaking, yang disease is relatively easier to treat compared to yin disease. When zang organ has been affected, it's much difficult to treat when compared with fu organ has a problem, like a stomach problem compared to spleen problem. Urinary bladder problem compared to kidney problem, you know which one is more difficult to handle. So that's the yin-yang to understand our body.
Pulse yin-yang.
Pulse taking is always the number one mystery in learning and practicing traditional Chinese medicine. There were 24 types of pulses, according to Meijin Pulse Classic, around 2,000 years ago. And nowadays, there are 28 or 29 pulses being used, and each of them has its unique indications. However, the difficulty of reading pulse is exaggerated as people are diving into too many details without knowing the big picture, which is the yin-yang nature of the pulse. For example, when you face a person, it is hard to know which ethnicity he or she comes from. But it is easy for you to know this person is a man or woman by birth. Once you know the gender of this person, you already have the most key information about this person. The situation is the same with pulse. You are already in the right direction once you know the pulse yin-yang nature. 寸口 is located behind the transverse crease on both wrists, inside the radial styloid process, where the radial artery pulse is prominent. 寸口 is divided into 3 portions, 寸, 关, and 齿. The prominent bone, which is the radial styloid process, marks the 关. Between the 关 and the wrist joint is the 寸. On the other side of the 关 is the 齿. The standard length for 寸口 is about 1.9 chen. Among them, 圈 is 0.9 chen, 齿 is 1.0 chen. According to classic on medical problems, from 关 to 齿 is within 齿, governed by yin. From 关to thinner is within 寸, governed by yang. We know that the nature of yang is associated with strength, upward movement, and shallow, and the nature of yin is associated with weakness, downward movement, and deep. Compare the yin-yang nature with the pulse in 齿 and 寸, we can draw the following conclusions in a healthy person. 寸 pulse belongs to yang, so its position should be relatively shallow and can be easily palpated under light pressure of the palpating finger. 齿 pulse belongs to yin, so its position should be relatively deep and only can be palpated with a certain pressure of the palpating finger. Based on the yin-yang nature of the pulse, in a healthy person, the 寸口 pulse would be like a seesaw, with the 寸 part tilted upward and the 齿 part tilted downward a bit. The pulse line is not a horizontal line. In traditional Chinese medicine, the way of finding whether a person is sick or not is to compare the person's condition with a healthy person to find out the difference. In other words, if you know what is normal, then anything not normal is abnormal, right? In terms of the 寸口 pulse, for example, if the 寸 pulse is difficult to locate, is deep or over superficial, or is weak, those manifestations are not in line with the characteristics of yang. Therefore, we know there is an issue. With the same logic, if the 齿 pulse is big and shallow, or one has to push very deep, all the way until the bone to locate the pulse, then this is against the characteristics of yin. Thus, we know there is an issue with the person. Another angle to analyze the pulse yin-yang is to compare the 寸关齿 with the upper jaw, middle jaw, and the lower jaw. As shown in this chart, the 关 part is associated with the diaphragm. We know upper jaw, which is above the diaphragm, belongs to yang, and the lower jaw, which is below the diaphragm, belongs to yin. Thus, the 寸 pulse can detect the conditions of the heart and the lungs, and the 齿 pulse can detect the conditions of the kidney. The pulse yin-yang is the first conclusion we need to find out when taking the pulse. Only after we know the pulse yin-yang can we further analyze the secondary level of pulse elements of depth, rate, shape, and strength. Then further, we can analyze other third-level pulse elements, such as length, width, smooth degree, tense degree, even degree, etc. The combination of those pulse elements makes the 24 or 28 detailed particular pulses. Here is a question to test your understanding. Is the lungs a yin or yang organ? Answer A, yin organ. Answer B, yang organ. Answer C, yang inside yin. Answer D, yin inside yang. Answer E, depends on the reference. You can find the answer in the description part below. If you feel this video is helpful, please give me a like, subscribe to it, and share it with others. See you in my next video. All the best.